But listen, your garden will be so beautiful that butterflies, your blessings, all the things that you've manifested will come onto you specifically for you. There's no need to be looking at someone else. There's no need to be looking on the other side of the garden, looking on the other side of the grass. None of that applies to you because you are watering you. And I'm so fucking proud of you. My name is Deja and I am a famous YouTuber. I have 100K followers and I made a goal to myself that I was going to be able to quit my 9 to 5 by 2025 and I did. I manifested my dream career. I am a R&B artist. I make chill R&B music. I travel, I do shows, and I get to talk to you guys and explain my journey and uplift you and be an encourager. I get paid to exist, which was literally on my vision board. I am a firm believer that you have a vision placed in your mind for a reason. I don't believe that God would give you a vision that He did not plan on fulfilling. Today, I actually want to talk about something that's been pressing my heart a lot, and it's the fact that you're not behind. I feel like last year, okay, let me explain backstory. Last year, I was actually going through a nasty divorce. You would have never guessed it. I know. 25. I didn't expect it either, but here I am. I did. I was going through a nasty, nasty divorce, and that was also the year I said I wanted to really hone in and become an R&B artist, like really embody my music. But life happened. Like literally shit hit the fan. My ex like turned crazy. Like it was insane. Like I'm a firm believer in not talking sugar honey iced tea about people. He really did. And it hurt me so much mentally to the point where I feel like the universe was saying, girl, get the fuck up. Figure out who you are. Figure out how to become her, even in the midst of trials. And that year, despite it being the worst year of my life, was the best year of my life. My mentality changed, my health changed, everything changed. My finances, it wasn't that great, but it wasn't terrible. I went from living paycheck to paycheck to now I'm not even living paycheck to paycheck anymore. Thank God. I became a single mom. I was paying for my son's tuition, only me, and trying to afford to live. We didn't have a car. There's so much going on in my life. You would have never guessed it. And I only had like friends and family around me. And speaking of friends and family, I still had to cut so many people off that it was just unbelievable the things I had to go through last year. The lessons I had to learn to be here today to speak to you and to be my dream person. I really want to get to the nitty gritty of all of these things because last year, despite me going through all of these things, I felt like I was so behind in life. And that wasn't the case, actually. I was where I needed to be. I was learning the lessons that I needed to learn to be here today. Because I honestly feel like for you to be an empath and for you to understand people, you can't understand things until you went through some shit. And I'm also a firm believer that you have to go through trials to understand the beauty of life. Last year was my ultimate low. I've never been so depressed, high anxiety before in my entire existence. There was time I was crying. I even went to see a therapist and she was like, "Girl, you're not depressed. You might have anxiety, you might have symptoms of depression, but you're just going through a lifestyle change." And those were things that I don't know. I didn't have someone telling me these things. I had to learn and pick up my big girl panties and learn how to be a big girl. Here I am now, 26 years old, happy as ever, living in my dream life. Like honestly, I I could cry. I just want to be an example to all that you can do it and like you're not behind. You're where you need to be. I want to read to you this quote. It says, "Be grateful for every setback you've had in your life and each lesson you've learned along the way. Be grateful for each relationship and what you were able to learn about yourself through falling in and out of love." I want to say it should be an accomplishment and an honor to love someone, even if that love was not what you expected. You still got the opportunity and the chance to experience someone. Even though it could have turned bad, I understand. And I believe if someone is bad and you love them, I think that God needed you to show them true love. You gave your purest amount of love to this person who probably didn't have a lot of love, who didn't grow up in a safe environment, or who didn't understand the highs of your love. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but they needed you. They needed your love specifically on this earth. If you really think about it, there are 7 to 8, right? 8 billion people on this earth, and you and someone else came together. I think it's beautiful. Even though, and I'm not even like dismissing, because I understand, even though they put you through hell. I went through so much trauma and so much, you don't even want to know. I went through a lot of stuff. And obviously, because like, who the fuck has an emotional support animal? This is not my son's, this is mine. And I have 2 or 3 of them actually. Like, these things are important to me. I need them. I don't need them as much anymore, but like last year, I had to have something by me all the time. But it should be an honor, and it should be something not taken lightly to be able to love and experience someone be loved by you and to be experienced by you. I think it's beautiful. So feel proud of how strong you are, how far you have come, because each time you were left to put the pieces of your broken heart back together, you became 1,000 more times magnificent and beautiful and whole. Be grateful that you learned that you will heal again no matter the circumstances and no matter what you go through. You should be proud that you have learned how to recognize and move on from situations that are no longer good for you. And I'm trying not to cry. I promise I was not going to cry. I'm a crier. I can't help it. But I just think it's so beautiful because you should not feel like you're behind in life because you chose the wrong partner or you've got yourself in a situation that you can't get out of. In fact, I just feel like you're exactly where you need to be. You need to go through certain things to develop who you are, to meet closer to your truest and purest self. Even though it hurts. Oh Lord, let me not cry. I'm trying not to cry, I swear. Even though it hurts in the moment, even though you're having to only depend on yourself, that's fine. That's the point. I didn't have my mom telling me, hey, baby, everything is going to be okay. She was. But also, I had her telling me, hey, it would be much easier if you just went back to your ex, to your son's dad. It would be much easier if you did things a certain way. I had to learn how to trust my own intuition. For that, I'm saying you should be proud that you are learning that. Some people are stuck where they are and they never leave from that. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be that bitter auntie that's 60 years old and that has your nose up in the air from a 20 something, a person that's your age right now saying, well, that's gonna backfire on you. You don't want to be that person. You don't want to be that person who haven't went to your calling yet because you never left the relationship because you was too scared. Don't do that to yourself. Grow, learn, and it's okay to feel the pain. It's okay to only rely on yourself. That's almost the point. We came into this world with just us, and we're gonna leave with just us. Not even with your kids. I feel like as a mom, it's important to develop your own identity apart from being a mom. When I first became a mom, I was in certain crowds and like certain groups where that's all they wanted to be was a mom. And I'm over here like, I still have the vision that I'm gonna be an R&B artist. I still have the vision of making music. My life didn't just stop here, you know? I feel like that's very important to understand and to cultivate. It's like you need to develop your own personality. You're going to leave this world with just you, not with any of your kids, not with your spouse, not with anyone, only you. So it's very important that you learn how to love you, how to only depend on you, how to trust you. Part of these things that maybe I should do like a separate video, and I would love to do a separate video of how I got back in tune with myself despite the craziness of last year going through a divorce. And you might feel like you're behind in life, but what you really need to think about is everything has made you to the person you are now. Your experiences are your strengths. You shouldn't wish to change your story. You shouldn't wish to stop your timeline. You shouldn't be peeking over at someone else's timeline. Where you are is where you are. Trust the process because it's beautiful, I promise. As someone who came out on the other side and who has finally got to where I wanted to be, trust it. I know it may seem like, oh my God, I don't want to have to wait another year to receive my blessings. I don't want to have to keep relearning these lessons and repeating these same cycles. You're not. The fact that you're here right now watching this video, the fact that YouTube recommended you this video, you know, is a sign that you don't want to be where you are. And you should trust that. And you should keep trusting and lean into your gut and lean into that feeling that you're made, that you're beautifully and wonderfully made. And you are not going to stop. God is not going to leave you where you are. God gave you a vision and He will fulfill that vision. But it's up to you to be uncomfortable. It's up to you to not peek and look on the other side of the grass to see if it's greener. It's up to you to water your own garden. Something I swear by was when you water your own garden, cultivate it, you make it beautiful, the butterflies will come to you. How beautiful that is. Your garden. Oh my God, I swear I'm not trying to be emotional. But listen, your garden will be so beautiful that butterflies, your blessings, all the things that you've manifested will come onto you, specifically for you. There's no need to be looking at someone else. There's no need to be looking on the other side of the garden and looking on the other side of the grass. None of that applies to you because you are watering you. And I'm so fucking proud of you. If no one has told you today, I am so proud of you. It takes courage. Oh my God. I'm trying not to cry. It takes courage to get out of bed. It takes courage to want a life better for yourself, for your family. Despite the pain, despite the uncertainty, it takes courage. And I am proud of you. And I want you to keep going and come back and watch this video. Again, my name is Deja. And I didn't mean to cry multiple times, but I also want to be authentic and I also want to tell you the things that I wish someone would have told me. You're not behind in life, you're where you need to be. And I hope this video has helped you. If it has, please subscribe and I'll see you again in the next video. Let me know, freak my voice. Let me know if you want me to talk about something else that I'm thinking of. But until then, I'll see you in the next video. Okay? Okay. I love you. Bye.